What's going on? It's your man Trip Lee. You checking out Thisis50.com.
GP, are you with me?
Got a lot of problems, but I'm straight. That's sweet. I know my guy to toss him in the lake. That's sweet. How many times I gotta tell you he the boss, sending him anything a piece of cake. That's sweet.
You probably want another clone in the game with no goals other than dough and us knowing his name. I'm going insane. I know you want me going the same way as them other folks who sold dope according to claims. They say they just reporters. Come on, is you playing? You may not like that fire, but you stoking flames. You throwing in cold, so I'm throwing them bowls. Open the lane, open some doors for truth, but we go up in the flames. You fill up songs. How about killers, dealers, spilling wrong, killing home, kids gone with 9mm from in your songs. Boy, you ain't riding for your hood. Sound like you on that Jerome. You don't know no good. That ain't a low blow. Look, I know that your flow so good, but your tunes need a tune up, so open up your hood. Cause we dirty and cursed. Let me say these words before they burst out. My Lord can make a clean version of us. Take the curse out. And I ain't just referring to the curse in our verses, but the curse that can murk us and leave us hurting and hurts us.
No, I'll buy that. That was dope, man.
Thank you, man.
I wasn't ready for it to be
Appreciate
that, man.
Appreciate you.
Yo, what is it that you don't do, man? You rap, you sing, you know what I'm saying? You a poet, spokesperson.
Man, I feel like I try to do the stuff that I'm passionate about, man. And right now, that main thing right now is music. So with the album coming out, excited about that. Yeah.
So tell me about this album, man. What's the vibe of it?
It's my 5th album. It's called Rise. So a lot of people, you know, haven't heard of me yet because I've had a kind of a growing kind of fan base, and this is my 5th joint. And so I think one of the benefits of being my 5th joint is I've been able to like grow over each one. And so I've tried to make a record that doesn't sound like everything else. So when I listen to the radio, it's a lot of stuff that I can get with, but I want something that feels different. I want something that feels fresh. So
now, when you say something feels fresh, like what do you mean? Like, for instance?
So for instance,
what's a fresh song?
Like sound-wise. So for instance, when you hear Kendrick's new single, The I Joint.
You talking about the one with the Isley Brothers?
Sound.
Okay.
It doesn't sound like nothing else.
I love that joint.
I love that joint too.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like anything else you're gonna hear on the radio. So the way I listen to music, I don't just like throw on an album while I'm just washing my dishes. Like listening to an album is like watching a movie for me. Like I sit down when a new record comes out and I want to like go on the journey. So when I listen to music, I want it to give me more than I want to give people that same kind of experience. So musically and even content-wise, I want to make people think. Like what happened to making hip hop that also makes people think. So it's good to have just fun party joints, but also like let's think. So I wanted to give something different in that regard.
Word.
Yeah.
Now, how do you categorize yourself? What kind of artist are you, man? Because you know a lot of people put you in the box as a Christian artist.
Yeah.
Do you think of yourself as a Christian artist?
I don't think of myself as a Christian artist. I just think of myself as a rapper. But if you listen to my music, it's clear that I'm a Christian and I love God. And that's what I mean when I say I want my music to help people think, is I've written my music in such a way that as I talk about life, I want to talk about it in a way that makes you also think about your life. So, yeah.
Word.
So I don't want to be put in that box. I just want people to sing as a rapper. But I am going to challenge you to think when you listen to the music. So, yeah.
Hands in the air, make a little noise in the stands if you're there. Brag on the guy, man, if you're there. Only if you're there. That'll be sweet.
You studying to be a pastor?
Yeah, I'm a pastor in my church in D.C.
You are a pastor?
I'm a pastor in my church in D.C.
You be preaching?
Yeah.
Right now, you got a congregation?
Well, I'm one of the pastors at the church.
Okay.
So I'm not the lead pastor at the church. I'm one of, So I preach from time to time. And, yeah.
How do you know when you're a pastor? Like, what is the like, you know what I'm saying, the crossing over where you like, you know what, I'm a preacher.
Yeah, well, I got serious about God when I was a teenager, when I was like 14 years old. Before that, I had like gone to church with my family. I didn't really care about it. You know, they dragged me to church, and my grandmother gave me this old Bible with pictures in it. Everybody was black. Solomon was black with dreads, all kind of stuff. And I tried to read it. I didn't like it. And then when I was like a teenager, everything started to really click for me, and I really understood what it was about, who Jesus was, what he was about, that it wasn't about me just trying to be the best person I could, but me recognizing I wasn't good enough and trusting in Jesus. And my life changed. And over that time, I wanted to help people see the stuff that I was beginning to see because my life really did change. And so a lot of people be
that
like,
sounds dramatic when you say my life changed.
Yeah, well, my life did change.
That you had to stop doing?
But that's the thing, I didn't even have like a crazy kind of upbringing like that. So it wasn't like I was shooting dudes and then I stopped shooting dudes. It was really just, it was really like my heart switching around Like my life used to center all around me, used to be all about just getting as much pleasure as I possibly could. And then it really switched to then thinking about God, trying to actually think about other people. I don't want people to feel like if you listen to my music and you don't have it all together, the only thing that's happening is you getting your head beat. I want people to listen to my music and say, Trip knows he don't have it all together. I don't have it all together either. This is Trip and me, both reflecting on God and life and all of these things together. So yeah, so that's how I would like it to be approached. And if there's anything in my music that people ever say, hey, that feels a little bit more like this than like what you're going for, I want people to tell me, because I don't want the music to come off like that. I don't want to come off like that in conversations, and I don't want to come off like that in my music.
Now, you're pretty successful, man. Oh, you done had over, this is going to be your 4th album? 5th album, and you just sold over 250,000 records. That's pretty remarkable right now, and especially within this climate and everything. How is the response inside the gospel world? Do people buy albums?
I mean, I do see a huge shift in how people digest music, but even when you say like inside the gospel world, like, so I think sometimes maybe like the gospel world assumes hip hop just embraces us, because they're like, oh, we like them, but they're a little too hip hop for us. And I think hip hop assumes the gospel world embraces us, but really we're kind of like somewhere weird in the middle where nobody really knows what to do with us. So I can't really speak to like, the gospel world is buying, but I mean, I think our fan base, because the music to them is more than just, they just enjoy the music. Like, because we're trying to talk about life stuff and trying to make them think, it's like impacted their lives. And so we have a stronger fan base than most fan bases. Though sometimes it's smaller, it's loyal, you know what I'm saying? And so that's why when my album drops, even if I don't have as many fans as some of these other artists, it's gonna peak and hop to #1 real quick, because our fans are loyal and they're gonna get the money the second it comes out, and it's impacting them in a deep way, and they're sharing it. That's why people are like, how do you sell records and you don't get no radio play? Because gospel don't want to mess with you and mainstream hip hop don't want to mess with you. Because our fans spread it like crazy, because it's impacted them in a deeper way than just enjoying the records. So, yeah.
Is there anything you want to say to Thisis50 before we get out of here?
Nah, man, get the record, Rise. My name's Trip Lee. Follow me on Twitter @TripLee.
Word. And like I always say, you just can't say you really something you gotta be, man. Trip Lee, man, make sure you go get his project ASAP. Hey, do I have something in mind? Y'all go to commercial. Don't kiss them hoes in the mouth unless you got to. Pow.
Somebody got him gassed up on that Octane. Look, I hate to tell him they ain't better get an umbrella guy rain. Say they ain't happy, but they really on the track.